I'm ready to go.
Hey.
Oh, hello.
Yo. What
Hi,
up?
everybody. Welcome to the For a Laugh podcast, episode 37. Today, we're going to talk about the coronavirus panic. We are going to show you some memes about it, so don't worry. You're in good hands. Like we've been telling you the last couple of weeks, we're the best source of news to come for any of the virus
Corona news.
info. Yeah, obviously. And we're going to discuss what we got up to on St. Patrick's Day. We're going to talk about some of the shenanigans that happened. Also, some of the controversy. I should have moved this before we started the show. And Connor's going to tell us about how his TAFE has been affected, or just in generally how his TAFE has been.
Thanks. You just assumed it's going to be shit.
And then we're also going to talk about one of the biggest events of the week. I turned 21. Yeah, baby. Woo. That was completely wrong. I think it was.
What is this? Second time trying? Well, speaking of your birthday, Dan, are you all good? All right. I did give Dan his presents already. I gave him. Yes, I gave him some beautiful hammer and tongs, which is a
lovely. There we go. Such a. Oh yes.
Yeah. No, it's a great. Where's it from? Germany.
Probably. Yeah. Why don't you talk?
Where were hammer and tongs? All right.
It's made in Vietnam.
Vietnam.
Goddamn Nam.
And I got him Gang Signs and Prayer as well on vinyl, but that's not it.
Stormzy's vinyl. Okay, what is
literally nothing. I was literally in the bottle shop today getting another case of hammer and tongs for myself.
Of course, as
for
you
yours
do.
truly.
Wonderful.
And I just thought I'd pick you up this.
Oh, it's a cruiser, isn't it? What are
Very close.
Oh, we'll cut to the suspense. Ooh, what's it gonna be? I wonder. Let us see. Oh, wow!
Which is a bottle.
Look at you.
Yellow.
What is this? Yellow
Champagne.
Wow, that is beautiful, man.
And because I knew we'd be filming the show and I couldn't grab wine glasses.
Holy crud!
While we were recording,
I would have given it away.
Yeah, I brought two with me.
Wow! Oh my gosh, those are legit champagne.
And hopefully they haven't cracked. And they haven't.
Look at us.
So yeah, I'm just gonna pop the question and crack it open, and that's.
What even is
It's
that was a.
Oh,
There we go! Yay!
that's a limited release one. Smash it.
Love it.
That's your final birthday present.
Thank you, man.
Don't
That's
expect
lovely.
Anything else?
That's a really wonderful thing. And
No,
what a
you're
great way to jump into the show. We've got some champagne. I think that's going to help us get through it. As everyone at home can see, and just in case our audience listeners have not expected it, we were already drinking before we started the champagne.
Before we started recording, I checked your how much you had left in your hammer and tongs.
I see.
Can.
You're not going to pop that in the studio. Are you?
No, I know how to do this.
Just take out the camera.
All right, ready?
Yeah.
All right, ready?
Hey!
There you go. You got to have champagne on your birthday.
Oh, that's sweet. Thank you.
That's all right, man.
That's really lovely.
No
Thank
worries,
you very
man.
much.
I hope I
appreciate
treated
that.
you well.
Oh, that is just wonderful.
Oh God.
You have treated me well.
I'm not. You can tell I'm not Mitch. I'm not a fucking bartender.
You're trying your best here, man. What can we say?
Thanks, man. Honestly, it was like I was just in the shop and I was like,
that's beautiful.
I thought to myself, you know what? Why don't we just get one for the show? Because we always had that joke about how we're gonna have we have Moet on our 50th episode.
Yes, I see.
Is it Moe or Moet?
Well, it's spelled Moet, but and look, maybe I just heard someone pronounce it Moe with enough confidence that I believed them that that's how it's pronounced.
Right.
But I heard someone say it and they sounded confident enough. So I don't know.
Look how high I'm pouring these.
Look at you.
There you go, sir.
That's a fucking.
I know we're not talking about your birthday just yet.
You're a champagne champion. Thank you.
But I thought we'd
thank you very much.
do a quick
bit of a
toast
cheers
to your 21st, which is a big thing. It's a big deal. All right.
That's lovely.
Cheers.
Thank you very much. Cheers to you, my lovely friend.
It's nice.
Exquisite. Thank you.
Burn
Thank you
that
so
down,
much.
Shiraz, you bloody made me drink in Margaret on the show.
In Margaret River. Oh, that's hilarious. We're going to do another Margaret River special.
Yeah, we'll go that down in winter.
Yeah, we should.
If we're allowed to leave our house.
That's kind of our thing, isn't it? Winter trip to
It
March.
really is.
Yeah.
We're depressed. We're drinking.
I know. It's like we
we're
need to
always
get
in
away.
a shitty place.
We're inevitably going to feel shit. I think.
I felt okay last time. It was the couple of days after it went to fucking hell.
I don't know if you remember, but when I was in high school and I went to see the school counselor,
I do remember that.
she actually said to me,
I was seasonal.
Yeah, she was like, well, maybe you just have SAD, and I can't remember exactly what it stands for. I think it's like seasonal anxiety disorder, but it might.
Yes, I am sad. That's why I'm here.
Yeah, but basically yeah, literally, I was like, well, yeah, but apparently seasonal anxiety disorder is, but maybe the A doesn't stand for anxiety, but basically the way she described it to me was it basically means every winter, or it doesn't necessarily have to be winter. Maybe it could be summer, but you line up with the seasons how you feel. So sometimes you feel a bit depressed, or sometimes you feel good based on what time of the year it is. And I was like, I kind of feel shit all the time.
Yeah, you know that Scooby Doo meme. It's like seasonal depression. He pulls off the mask and he's like, oh, it was normal depression all the time. It's literally that. Like,
it is.
that is us. It's like,
No, exactly. Yeah.
Seasonal depression, my fucking ass.
She just said seasonal depression, so she was like, oh, no, you'll be fine once you graduate.
I
graduated, and I was like, wait a minute, now I can't see her.
Well, damn you! There's something beautiful about going to Margaret River at winter. It's just, it's cold, there's fires, you're drinking beer. Like, there's nothing...
I gotta say, there is sort of something... Look, obviously it's nice to go to like the vineyards and stuff like that in summer. It's nice to go wine tasting.
Let's do it to try that.
Yeah, if you're going to go to wine tours and wine tasting, which we should do in Swan Valley, but there are
I won't say I'm going to.
I'm just saying we should do it just the two of us even. Would you believe that?
I would do that.
So going in summer to do like a wine tasting or whatever is a very nice thing, but I will say there is nothing nicer in my mind, or one of the nicest memories I have is, do you remember that little pub that was near, or it was pretty much the pub at the place we were staying last time we went, and they had that fire, and I just remember sitting there with a beer, and the fire was there, and it was raining outside, and that memory is just a beautiful memory.
And that guy purposely tripped over my feet, and I was like, I don't normally get angry, but I was like...
He was trying to be a dickhead, wasn't he?
Like, oh, you made me trip. And I was like, are you fucking serious? My feet are like placed out like this, and he trips over them, and he's like, oh, and I'm like,
that is so funny.
How did you not see them? Also, I didn't purposely trip you. Apart from that, no, it was such a great, we nearly got killed by a tree.
Oh, God.
We met random people in the park, and then we saw the guy in Perth a few weeks ago.
That was a lovely holiday.
Remember we just randomly bumped into him?
We've had some good holidays over the years, haven't we?
No, we've there's a lot of people who haven't even left.
We've done Gold Coast,
Perth.
We've done Margaret River, we've done, a couple of things.
Last couple of years.
We went to the city for your birthday, we went to the city for Callum's birthday.
Oh, that was ages ago, but yeah.
Oh, no, sorry. I was thinking about Alicia's birthday when we went to the city. But that was still fun.
What we normally do is a trip to Margaret River mid-year in the winter, and then normally near the end of the year we go to like a state. Like I went last year. I went with Dan. The year after that, I went with Mitchell.
Yeah.
I assume we're going to go to we probably even go all three of us this year because we all hang out now.
What a beautiful experience.
I assume we'll be going somewhere this year.
To pivot into our first topic,
or can we, Dan?
No one is going anywhere
yet
at this stage because of this dang virus. I don't even want to say it, but at this point, we don't need to worry about being demonetized, do we? So I'm just going to say it's the coronavirus.
Apparently that's the thing.
Yeah, apparently a lot of people they're getting demonetized or suppressed because they mention it. We don't care. We talk about the real shit on this podcast.
We don't get views anyway.
Yeah, that's right. We don't need to be suppressed.
Right now, we're losing money being here.
We don't need to fucking bring up coronavirus to not get views. We do that shit regularly.
Yeah.
So basically, this coronavirus has still been storming on. I actually was literally saying to Kath the other day, I was telling her about how, look at me, I've got my two pieces of alcohol.
2 beers.
This is a birthday surprise right here.
It's your birthday, man. You need 2 drinks in one hand.
So I was saying to Kath the other night, I was actually saying to her that I and I don't know if you feel the same way. I actually feel, and look, obviously maybe there's been a little bit of, irresponsibility with the way that we've covered it, but I actually feel quite happy with the way that we've covered the virus on this show. I think that we've...
Oh, the show? Okay.
Yeah, I think, look, I made a joke about us being a news source. We are 100% not.
Well, didn't we? Haven't we only mentioned it like twice?
For news. We've mentioned it a few times, but I feel like every time we've mentioned it, we've had the appropriate amount of caution, as well as not necessarily taking it too, drastically, but making sure that we're not dismissing it because it is a legitimate issue. So I feel like we've actually treated it pretty responsibly.
Since we last spoke about. When we last spoke about, there were 3 cases. Now there's 17.
That's right. There's a lot of cases now, and it's pretty. Well, that's just in WA. So there's a lot of.
The scary part is there's so many that we don't know about. Even my mum went to go see her local doctor today, and he was like, "Look, I don't mean to scare you, but there's 100% cases in this area that we're in, which I won't name."
Yeah, of course.
People just. They don't have enough. They don't have enough. Just test kits. They just don't.
It's pretty
You
wild,
can't go unless you have symptoms.
Well, I actually, normally I always have news alerts on my phone where like Sydney Morning Herald or Perth Now or whatever will fucking come on my, the news app.
Yeah.
And so I always get alerts, and sometimes I send them to you. But
yes, you do. Yeah.
I gotta say,
or tweet them.
Yeah, or tweet them. But this has been this actual period of time has been very helpful to have news alerts on my phone, because I wake up and I'm like, oh, okay, well, now.
Does it depress you though? Does it set you off to a bad start for the day?
No, I got to be honest, because I don't have anything specific. I don't have any specific topics. So I guess what I get is just the generic news update. So I just get generic news. So like, I don't know, an example would be, do you remember when Trump killed that guy, that Iranian guy, a couple of months ago? No, he didn't shoot a guy. No, I'm just saying. No, a couple of months ago. No, it was a big thing in the news. Trump killed a guy, and Trump's military.
Well, he's military.
Yeah. And there was a notification. So like I woke up and I was like, oh wow, that's going to be a big story. You know what I mean? Yeah. So like it's sometimes.
It's going to be a big Twitter day.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, okay, I see a thing on Twitter. I'm like, oh wow, that's going to be a big news story. And so like, I think this morning I woke up and I saw about how, the government it was yesterday I saw how the Australian government shut down all travel into Australia except for Australian residents. So that stuff's been really helpful in this time, because it's like, okay, I know pretty much when it happens, because I wake up and the alert is just there. I don't even have to look for it. I don't have to search for it. And obviously when you're looking at headlines, it's going to be less comprehensive than if you read the article. But to be honest, not everyone, we don't always have the time to read shit. And it's like, if I can just get a bit of a tidbit, that is very helpful in this time. But basically oh no, you've had too many hammer and tongs. So to anyone wondering at home, if you are using us as your sole news source, which no one is, but
you should,
just to talk about it, the latest updates is that most countries have gone. Well, some countries have gone into lockdown. I believe it's Italy, France, and I can't remember the third one has gone into lockdown. Australia, and I think America as well, has essentially gone into not lockdown, but it's going. Oh, that's what I saw this morning, was that California has essentially gone into lockdown.
Pretty much, yeah.
So California,
all week, mostly.
But this morning California announced it's essentially going to be like Italy. No one can leave their house except for shopping and like doctor's appointments and like essential stuff. So California, which is the biggest state in the United States, has essentially gone into lockdown. So look, the thing is, America has a lot of states that are like fucking 500,000 people with a massive amount of land. So those places, most of the people who live there are like farmers and stuff. I'm talking about like Montana and like, Wisconsin and places like that. I'm talking that without knowing that much about those states. So don't fucking torture me if I get that wrong. But I would imagine not every American state would need to go into lockdown, because some of the states are just so spread out and people just live so far few in between that they're not going to be worrying about it. But just to give you a bit of context, California has double the amount of people that live in Australia in about 1/5 the amount of space.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? So if you can imagine how much more cramped they are in California. So I completely understand, why they've gone into lockdown. Fair enough. Now,
mate, it's a tragic time. I got it. Like,
yeah, you need more. Well, how else are we going to get through this without champagne?
We got some lighter notes with the coronavirus.
So those are the more serious points of news, but obviously things are very, very crazy right now. And what you need in this time of crisis
is a bit of a laugh.
Is a bit of fun. It's a bit of
fun.
So obviously this first one I wanted to show you was, this is just a bit of a funny meme, and you saw this. So everyone heard that Tom Hanks went into quarantine because Tom Hanks got coronavirus.
God.
Just to give you context, folks at home, Conor wanted me to be very sure to tell you that
this joke
that I'm about to make is Conor's joke. He said it.
Tom Hanks in quarantine?
Because this meme was actually contextualized for a completely different situation, but Conor saw it and he made this joke. But anyway, I'm going to show you folks.
I shouldn't laugh.
The video listeners.
He's a lovely person and it's really sad, but...
Oh, God, I've almost forgot how to fucking do this. Like that, and then like that,
boom,
and then like
and
that.
Boom.
Oh, wow. Look at me. So this is a fat meme. This is Tom Hanks right here. He's, again, our audio listeners, I'm going to just describe to you. It's a guy in a big old Woody costume.
When
and he's
Tom
doing
Hanks gets tested and it comes
fat,
out negative.
Yeah. This is a guy in a Woody costume doing a fat breakdance. So it's just a bit of fun. Scary. It's just a weird video. I just wanted to show it to everyone at home. So there you are.
It's a very
couple of other ones I've got for you.
Video.
So that was just a bit of fun. Now this one as well is really, really sweet. This
14
video
million
that I'm gonna
views.
show you. Beautiful video. Basically, I'm not sure if you're aware of this situation, Connor, and I'll tell you to the audience at home. I can't remember what the exact story was, but there was this zoo that, because it was quarantined and no one could come to the zoo, they decided to let the penguins roam free in the zoo. Does that make any sense? So the penguins are allowed to be out of their enclosure. They can walk wherever they want. They can do whatever they want. Okay. And this is a video of penguins and how they actually walk down the stairs. So they essentially go to the stairs and then they have to like look down because they're so cautious about bloody, I don't know, jumping on their feet or whatever. It's the cutest thing. They are... It is just very, very sweet. So these penguins, they're walking through. They've been set free because of the virus. My point being, there are a couple of very sweet upsides in this tragic time.
I think they all carry the coronavirus.
Those penguins are on their way to bloody infect society.
Every animal does carry it.
Every animal carries the virus.
No, the coronavirus. Every animal carries it.
Fair enough.
Did you not know that?
I don't know if we have time to dissect that scientifically.
That is true.
Fair enough.
That's where it came from anyway, but...
So, our next bit of fun... Oh, I'm sure you've seen this, Connor. Now, again, it's hard to stay positive in these times of dire need, but, you know, and I've actually seen a lot of memes about people saying like, oh, has anyone just recently gone into a roommate like situation with someone that they found on like Craigslist?
Well, and then they're stuck with them forever.
Yeah,
that's look, that in my opinion, that's pretty cool. It'd be pretty funny.
I saw a tweet that was like, RIP to anyone who has recently said these words. Oh, I'm not going to see them much. About like a roommate that they just moved in to save money with.
No,
and
it'd
it's
be
like,
fun. It'd be fun. It's fun.
I'm sure you would learn a lot. I'm sure you would learn a whole lot about your neighbor.
You're only going to be stuck with like one person. I'm going to be stuck with 3 people and they're all going to be my fucking family. We're going to drive each other absolutely insane.
Well, that's the thing. Even people stuck with their family, let alone if you're stuck with a rando. But like if you're stuck with your family, that's kind of fucked. So this is a video from Italy who's been in lockdown for a couple of weeks now. They're a pretty dire situation over there. And they have actually been dealing with it. Well, look, unfortunately, their government took quite a long time to react. The Australian government has been very on top of things. They've shut down travel. They've been pretty strict, which in my opinion is pretty good because, you know, obviously there's been less cases. We're not as in danger as in Italy, but Italy's gone into lockdown. Everyone has to stay at home pretty much, except if they want to go shopping. And this video sort of went viral on Twitter. And this is essentially people in their apartments. They've been locked up and they're singing to each other. So if you want to have a look, our video listeners, basically they're playing the cymbal. There's a guy over there with his accordion, and it's basically this apartment, and all these people are joining in on this like massive jam sesh. It's really sweet.
Well, did you see a lot of celebrities were getting kind of like bamboozled because there was this video kind of similar to this going around, very similar, where someone just edits in a song in the background and kind of makes it kind of silent, and they would tweet it to celebrities like Katy Perry fell for it and Madonna fell for it. And it was the same video.
What,
they would just put a different song.
Oh my god!
Like, they would tweet like Katy Perry or Madonna, and go, "Oh my god, they're playing your song."
Obviously, I'm playing a bit of audio right now.
Yeah, they retweet it, and it's like, "Oh my god."
The reason I'm playing audio right now is because I knew it wasn't copyrighted. Because obviously the audio quality is not good enough to be copyrighted. But I think they're playing just I don't know. Could you imagine if you were like a local band and you were like, "Oh, I want some promo," and then you just did this to the apartments, and then it went viral on Twitter. 8 million views, like.
The Red Hot Chili Peppers.
This is fucking shit. What's Andy's band? Muskrat? Mouserat. That's it.
Yeah.
So anyway, so that was a bit lighthearted, but that's hilarious. So what? Katy Perry would get tweeted this video with like fire.
It was raw. Hers was raw.
Hers was raw.
Come on and hear me raw. And
she was like, "Oh my god, this is so inspiring."
She was like, so brave, like playing my song, and then like. And then Madonna did the same thing. It's like
that is hilarious.
So a lot of singers fell for it.
Oh my god!
So people would just edit really quietly in the background her song or his song, whoever fell
They
for
probably,
it.
if you record it on a phone and then record that,
Yeah,
it would sound like it's coming.
And it's like, yeah, everyone was falling for it, and it was like,
oh my god,
like,
that is wild.
Because I kept seeing on Twitter like celebrities tweeting about their song being played, and it was like, isn't this the same video I keep seeing? I'm like,
well, look, as lighthearted and as sweet as that video is of all the Italians singing to each other in the apartment, there was a tweet that went viral that said, listen, everyone in the UK, we've got to fucking get on top of this thing. We've got to make sure this doesn't get to the point of lockdown, because I do not want to be stuck in an apartment and hear all of my British neighbors fucking singing Mr. Brightside to each other. That will be hell.
What is wrong? I saw you like this. What is exactly wrong with the song Mr. Brightside?
No, I think the joke, I actually like the song Mr. Brightside, but I think the joke was that British people would fucking murder that song, and I mean murder in the completely negative sense.
Man, it's
could you imagine coming out on my occasion? I'll be doing just fine. Double be down, because the bright side. It would be fucked. So anyway, we're
going to do
very
Down
lucky.
Under down here.
We are going to do Down Under. Oh, okay. So here was another one, right? So here,
so
here
fucking
was
dumb.
Here
Did
was
you
another
find this
one.
Stupid.
Now I'll give the context to the video and the audio listeners. Basically, similar to, I think this video that we're about to talk about was a sort of response, sort of copy of that Italian video that I just saw. Because that Italian video went completely viral. People thought it was so sweet. It was on the news. It was everything. Now, a bunch of celebrities led by
Bless them.
Gal Gadot. They're always brave. Oh, so brave. Gal Gadot. I'm memeing on Gal Gadot. I don't really, I have nothing against her, but you know, it's just a bit of a meme. Basically, Gal Gadot and a bunch of celebrities joined forces to sing the song Imagine by John Lennon.
Yep.
Are you familiar?
Oh, God, 100%. I saw the video. It was fucking so stupid.
It was the most cringiest video, so we're not going to show it to you.
You found it cringy, by
oh
the
my
way.
God.
I thought people would
well,
really
did you
love
see
it.
my tweet? So actually, if there's any time, I'll get up my tweet.
Yeah.
Basically, they sung... Okay, so but here was the cringy part, was that there was no music. There was no music to the video. So it was just them saying the lyrics to the song Imagine and kind of half singing it and half... It was so bad. And
some people definitely couldn't sing, and some people took it way too far and hit a really high note.
Oh, that was the thing. Some people were just having fun, and they were like, "Oh, I'll sing. I'll kind of sing."
Some people were just like, "I can sing." So go, "Oh, the people!" And I'm like, "Bro, settle down.
Some of them went on
You
like
can
these
sing.
just ridiculous.
We get it.
Like
Calm
harmonies,
down.
and it's like, bro, stop fucking flexing, man.
Oh, Josh Gad.
So. You know, a lot of people...
Why are you memeing on Josh?
I'm not memeing on Josh. I'm saying this is good. So basically, I actually wanted to show this. If you don't mind, I might show this just for a second because it's a little bit serious. But
I thought you were memeing on him in the
No,
tweet.
I'm not. So basically, anyway, we've got a little bit off track. Let me first talk about this celebrity video. So I'll just show you a tidbit. Obviously, this is what it looks like to our video viewers. It's basically Gal Gadot. And like I said, she sings it with a bunch of different celebrities. They don't even, there's no music. They just say the lyrics to the song Imagine. Some of them do it, and they're obviously like, all right, fine, Gal. I'll fucking join in your little video. I'll fucking say it. And then some of them, like you said, completely show off. It's ridiculous. It's cringy. And it's also like, are you kidding me? You're just going to sing a song? That's all you're going to... Look, I'm sure some of these celebrities have given money and they've done that stuff, but it's like, I don't think anyone was asking for this. But on the flip side, to give celebrities some credit, there was this tweet from Josh Gad, which I thought was actually very touching. And I won't necessarily, maybe I'll play it all, but I won't necessarily play it all. This is Josh Gad talking about how he's feeling during the time. And I'll let it play for a few seconds and then we might jump in.
Cried for a second. And I was going to do it by myself, and then I thought, you know what? It's important for everybody to understand that we're all going through so much uncertainty right now. We're going to get through it. And it's hard, and I'm emotional because I hate seeing our kids deprived of their normal lifestyles and not being able to understand why all of this is happening so quickly. But I'm also emotional because of all of the incredible things that so many of you out there are doing on a daily basis. And I know it's a struggle right now for so many people. And I just wanted to say I love you all, and I'm thinking of you all and we'll get through this.
So that video there, I ended up playing the whole thing. I thought that was a beautiful video.
I thought you were memeing on him in your
No, I was being completely serious. So what I said in response to this,
I didn't get what you meant.
my tweet, well, I'll explain it to you now. So I said, imagine if, so by the way, imagine if.
I didn't get that.
Yeah, that was, I was trying to joke about the celebrities, but I said,
Right.
imagine if celebrities had this level of consideration for those of us living paycheck to paycheck. Now, I don't necessarily live paycheck to paycheck. I live on a good wage. I don't have that much money saved up, but you know, let me put it this way. If I had to go into 2 weeks quarantine, that would be a very, very big financial burden on me.
I still get paid.
I just thought seeing
So
this.
I'm an apprentice.
Yeah, I know. The government loves you, don't they?
Yep.
But seeing
Making houses for the future, baby.
seeing this celebrity crying and then, you know, and look, a lot of people would look at that and say it's arrogant, but I say, look, he started crying about it. He obviously is feeling really bad about it. And he said, I'm going to share this with other people. I'm going to show people that it's okay to be feeling almost hysterical and very sad during this time. And him saying that, you know, he's worried about the kids not going to school and not understanding why, and saying that it's going to be really hard for a lot of people. I thought that this video of Josh Gad, and again, I'm not the biggest Josh Gad fan in general, but like this particular moment, he was just so genuine. And I just felt that that was a very, very nice thing for him to do, especially because so many people don't have the luxury of doing this fucking stupid celebrity bullshit of singing Imagine in quarantine. Most people can't afford quarantine. Do you get what I mean? Most people would go into fucking bankruptcy if they had to go into quarantine. Do you know what I mean? I don't mean to go into a rant, but like, I just thought him actually acknowledging, A, you know, the children, think of the children, but then B, like actually the people on the bottom of the fucking ladder who are really being affected by this and don't have the luxury that so many celebrities have. I thought that was really sweet, and I really appreciated seeing that. And it's funny because I was talking to a coworker she's quite an older lady, and she said she watched Parasite recently and she enjoyed it. And I actually brought up something you said when you and I watched Parasite together, when they have the rain, the storm comes, and the rich family says, oh, it was actually a blessing in disguise because it meant we could have the birthday party and we didn't have to be at that campsite. And so for the rich family, they have such money and such means that a crisis such as the storm that happens in Parasite, but in this case, it would be the pandemic. For them, it's like, oh, you know, I'm sure there are many rich people who say, you know what? Me quarantining was actually a blessing in disguise. I got to catch up on so many books I missed and so many movies. But can you imagine so many people at the bottom of the food chain, so many people who live based on how much money they make that week, and they are put out by this fucking pandemic, and they get it and they say, well, my life's ruined now.
Yeah,
I can't make money for my
man.
family. I can't make money for myself. I can't afford to live with these rising costs. So anyway, obviously, like I said, we're not going to show you the celebrity video, but to get back onto a lighter note, because I know I just went on a little bit of a rant, we're going to show you a bit of a meme that a wonderful creator by the name of Jax Films. Yeah, friend of the show, obviously. But no, just to give all the credit where credit is due, Jax Films made this hilarious mashup of the Imagine video. I thought it was very funny. So let's watch this and react to this.
Somebody once told me the world was gonna roll me. I ain't the sharpest tool in the shed. She was looking kinda dumb with her finger and her thumb in the shape of an L on her forehead. Well, the years start coming and they don't stop coming. Fed to the rules and I hit the ground running.
Much better version.
Didn't make sense not to live for fun. Your brain gets smart, but your head gets stuck. So much to do, so much to see. So what's wrong with taking the back streets? You never know if you don't go. You never shine if you don't glow. Hey now, you're an all-star. Get your game on.
Actually, that's some huge people.
Play. Hey now, you're a rock star. Get the show on. Get
Guy Fieri.
I love that, yeah.
that glitters is gold. Only shooting stars breaks the mold. We did it, Reddit. We fixed Corona.
So that I thought was a very uplifting. For me, that was very uplifting because...
Surely Guy got not seen that.
Oh, man. Well, how many...
hope.
That's got like nearly 1 million views. So
It should have more.
frankly, it deserves much more because that is a
Hopefully
hilarious
overnight
video.
He'll
Man, it's a
blow up.
well-deserved dunk because, oh my God, these people, they like, and again, I don't necessarily have anything against the celebrities, but it's like, you really think getting together and singing fucking a John Lennon song, come on, like, Jesus Christ, no one needs that. And actually, I must say, one uplifting thing has been that it seems like the video united people, but what it did was it united people in saying how cringy it was and saying how terrible it was.
I'm really glad people thought it was fucking cringy.
It was so cringy.
I literally thought it was the fucking dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life. And I was so worried people would be like, so brave and inspirational. And I'm like, fuck off.
It was ridiculous. Now, we've got a couple of other things to show. Do you want me to show this one first or the...
That's got nothing to do with Corona.
Okay,
so
cool.
maybe don't show that first.
All right, well, I'll show that later. So anyway, this is another thing that is to do with Corona. And it's basically for... It might be a bit of a niche video, but you know what? Fuck it. It's our show. We'll show it anyway. We don't care.
What's niche mean?
Niche is like maybe not everyone will get it. Maybe it's not for everyone.
Okay.
But I don't care.
People
it's our show.
Seen Shaun of the Dead?
So, well, that's what I was about to say. So, if you're a fan of Shaun of the Dead, you'll highly appreciate this video. This is essentially a recreation of the film Shaun of the Dead, or at least a scene from the film Shaun of the Dead. This is Nick Frost and Simon Pegg joining forces in a video that's essentially... It was actually a very nice...
throwback?
No, not just throwback. PSA, like a public service announcement on behalf of coronavirus. They put some fairly accurate information. So once again, I'll play this on behalf of, letting you guys have the info. Like I said, this is a information show strictly first and foremost. So you get all the info you need, baby. But anyway, let's focus on the video and see what they have to say.
So what's the plan?
Right. Call Mum. Make sure she's okay. If Philip has been infected, follow the NHS guidelines to the letter.
Don't you want to kill him?
Well, of course I want to kill him. I just can't right now.
Oh.
Don't go to Liz's.
What if I'm horny?
Well, she's my girlfriend.
All right. Grey?
What do you mean, all right?
I love how they address this.
Yeah, I see what you're doing. I know it's 2020, but the original joke wasn't intended as homophobic. It was more a comment on the absurdity of straight male appropriation of homophobic signifiers in order to denote their...
That was great because that was such a good way to acknowledge. Like,
yeah,
it was good because they still did it the way. Could I have some more champagne? By the way?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Thank you, my friend.
Oh, great.
Sorry, I don't mean to pause the video.
Go ahead. It is your birthday present.
Oh, how sweet! So sweet of you. But no, I thought
didn't
that
know how much was left, so I didn't want to take it.
Oh, very sweet.
Oh, you're all right.
Hey, yeah. That is good luck, isn't it?
Thank you.
No, anyway, to get back to the video, I thought this was a great way to address the fact that maybe it is a little bit problematic, but you know what I mean? It's like, it's still a funny part of the movie,
Aversion to emotional candidness. Do not go to the Winchester. The pub is...
Man, that's such...
Even if it's shut?
Especially if it's closed. Remember what happened the last time?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. If you can, stay at home, have a cup of tea, and wait for all this to blow over. Above all, don't be a twat about things. We're all in this together. Don't be selfish. Look after each other. Give someone a call if you think they might be lonely. Okay? How are you doing?
I'm running out of toilet paper. Have you got any?
Yes. I'm sorry, mate. I'm down to my last sheet. I know. You take care.
This was a great ending for the video, too.
Of course, Oh, the toast.
Oh, that was
It's really good. It really is a great... They need people like that to, like, spread awareness of it. Like, that's who people listen to.
No, I thought it was a very sweet video, and it was such a funny... oh, that was a quick little save. But it was such a funny, like...
Oh, look at you go.
Such a good throwback, such a good legitimate, like, PSA. Oh, no, abort. And, yeah, it was just funny to see. It was sweet to see them reprise their roles, if you would call it reprising the roles.
If you can call it that, I will. What the fuck's up with the speaker at the moment? Is there an issue with that?
Yeah, it's a little bit quiet. Sorry.
Are you able to fix that?
Audio, it's playing louder. Let me just try it. Look at us. We got a fucking live.
You know. Sometimes you got to deal with this kind of things.
I
only say this because, like, on the
there you go. It should be a little bit louder now.
on the next clip, you haven't seen it before, so I'm like, well, if you don't know what the fuck's going on in it, you won't be able to hear it. So
I see. Well, that's good. I appreciate you.
It's just a quick little thing I saw on Facebook, which I tagged Dan in and told him not to look at, and he did.
I haven't looked at.
He did his job and didn't look at it.
I
So
promise you,
there
I
you
have
go.
not looked at it. So
I couldn't have asked for anything more.
you can respect me when I say.
I respect and attacked it.
So the reason I got the camera on you because there was a meme that I think I put in the pod before. But you know when you show something and it gets deleted on Twitter?
Man, you Danny deleted it. It's
No,
okay.
I didn't delete it. Someone else deleted the video for me, and I feel very sad because it was a fucking hilarious video. And now when I look for it, I can't see it.
Real planned
Yeah,
show
gone.
here, folks. Now, normally when Dan puts the camera on me and he's on his phone, I'm like, I got to take the show from here.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know what the
This
fuck I was
time you were
gonna
like,
say.
fuck it. So
How
wait,
much
what are
does
we?
it say that?
What are you showing? Okay, no, sorry. So before we show your video, sorry, I don't mean to. This video, and this is something you haven't seen either, so it's the same deal. I want you to be able to
Am I
experience
able to
it.
hear it?
Well, let's see. Let's hope so.
That's better.
There we go. That's much better. There we go. So I fixed the audio issue.
Thank
now,
heavens.
okay, this video that I'm about to show you, people at home. God, I'm feeling the buzz on this fucking champagne. What video did we just watch?
Fuck off. Are you serious?
Oh, it was the Simon Pegg one.
Are
Okay.
you serious?
No, sorry. I'm thinking too much. I'm thinking too much about the clips right now. I'm like, how are we going to
the
cut
clips
it?
channel?
Yeah, I'm like, how are we going to cut
I run
the
that
clips?
shit. Don't worry about it.
All right, thank you.
I make the
I
clips.
appreciate. I really appreciate that.
You made the thumbnails.
I
Now change the camera. I make the clips.
respect.
Alright.
Now, okay, so
Stay out of my territory.
this next video is
That's in the clip channel. Fucking
So, okay, well, I'm
comes
going to
out.
show you who the faces are. Do you know who these two are? I'm just asking you this first. Do you know anything about these two?
No.
Okay,
I supposed to?
that's almost better. That's almost better. Because basically, the person, I'm going to get it up video-wise. The person on the left is Chris Cuomo, right? I did it out of the mic, all right? So respect. Chris Cuomo is a CNN anchor. He works for CNN. Sorry. He works for CNN and he presents the news, right? Now, this person on the right is Andrew Cuomo, Chris Cuomo's brother.
Oh yeah.
He is the governor of New York,
Oh
right?
yeah.
So if you can imagine it, there is a news anchor, a newsman, who literally his brother is the governor of New York. Do you know what I mean? Like, could you imagine if the main presenter on Channel 9 was ScoMo's sister? Do you know what I mean? Like that level. So anyway, they had this one-on-one, and the reason I bring this up, it's not exactly connected to the coronavirus, but they're kind of talking about the coronavirus, so it's sort of related. But ultimately, this is what I thought was a hilarious clip. The important context you need to know about this clip is that they are brothers. That's all you need to know, really. Listen to what they say, but they are brothers. It is ridiculous. But just have a look at this clip. It is freaking hilarious. Oh, whoops.
Curfew, I don't like the word curfew. Dad tried to have a curfew for me. I never got past the resentment, but I do believe you'll see
the least
more
of your
tightening
problems,
if
by
the
the way.
numbers don't slow.
Your problems with the curfew. It's the least of your
What?
problems, just so you know.
I never you violated the curfew all the time, caused much pain, but that's a different story.
I don't believe in rules. Governor Andrew Cuomo, I appreciate you coming on the show. I love you. I'm proud of what you're doing. I know you're working hard for your state, but no matter how hard you're working, there's always time to call Mom. She wants to hear from you,
Fuck off.
just so you know.
No.
I called Mom just
not what she
before I
said.
came on this show.
not what
By
she
the
said.
way, she said I was her favorite.
She never said
Good news is she said you were her second favorite. Second favorite son,
No.
Christopher.
We both know neither of us are Mom's first or second favorite in the family. I can't believe you're lying to my audience. You've blown the credibility of the entire interview. I should have ended it before.
Second favorite son. Listen to the
I didn't hear
words.
it.
Listen to
Politicians
the
are very tricky. You throw a word
Yeah.
in there after the first time you said it, creates a lot of doubt. But I
words. Not
appreciate
me.
you clarifying.
Not
it.
me. Straight across the plate.
Stay strong.
Straight across the plate.
Stay strong. Stay for your people. And I appreciate you being here. I love you, brother.
You too, brother.
Fucking hell. Are you serious?
What a weird situation. How weird is that? That is just fucking
That'd be like you and me
bizarre.
interviewing each other. I'm like, all right, Dan, you fuckhead.
Yeah, literally. It's like if one of us ran a fucking news show. All right, dickhead, what's the fucking plan?
So what'd you do last night, Dan? You're like, Conor.
All right, Jesus, we can't.
No. Go on. What happened at the pub yesterday?
Literally, it's
no.
just. I thought that was fucking hilarious. It's so ridiculous, and it's the funniest thing to me is that I mean, look, on one hand it's hilarious, but on one hand it's like, really, you're gonna fucking You're gonna interview your own brother? Like, how can you be?
How did that pass?
Yeah, how can you be objective? Like, how can you ask them serious questions?
Yeah.
That applause for us for getting through this.
Yeah, for fuck's sake. I said to look, I wouldn't normally do this on the show, but like,
Oh, is the segment taking too long?
I said to Dan, we got a tight show today.
All right.
We are 40 minutes in, and we haven't even got to.
No, I think we're going
your
good.
birthday or St. Patrick's Day or TAFE.
I think
anything.
I think we've got plenty of time. I think it'll be an
it's
hour.
a long show tonight.
Yeah, it'll be like an hour 15 show, and we'll be good. So anyway,
15. Fuck it, it should be an hour and a half at this rate.
yeah. Well, maybe it will be, and if that's so, then audience, you're a lucky dog.
You're in for a treat.
So
this is a clip which I tagged Dan in. Yes, I just want to show that.
Sorry. Oh my god, what have I done? Oh, whoops.
What's this, Aiden?
Yeah, my fucking my finger was slipping. My apologies.
When you burp and cough these days. So are you familiar with the Australian batsman Steve Smith?
Of course, I love sport.
Well, neither do I, but you know, I don't like sport either. Okay, but
No, I've heard the name. I don't really.
Steve Smith. He's an Australian batsman.
Yes.
He's like.
No, I know the name. I'm not.
Despite him being Australian,
I'm not particularly familiar with his work, but I know the name.
No, he's literally probably. I think he's up there with maybe one of the best, if not the best batsman in the world.
Okay, well, fair enough.
Despite me
Respect.
liking that, because you know I go for England in the cricket. He is
Total
a
respect.
amazing batsman. Mitchell, our good friend of the show, and
Love
my
him.
best friend,
Love him, friend of the show.
has
Bring him on.
met Steve Smith.
Ooh,
Got a photo of him.
lucky
They
boy.
look very similar.
Wow.
Anyway, this was a documentary, I believe, on Steve Smith.
Oh, really?
Yes, and Steve Smith is a batsman, and enjoy the clip, Dan.
I love watching you introduce the clips. That's lovely.
Thank
Okay.
you. Go on.
Okay, what is this?
Smith's weird, mate. All he wants to do is bat. He bats in the shower, he bats in the corridor, he bats in the lunchroom, he bats, mate, like he just wants to bat.
So it's this quick little clip.
That's hilarious. Oh my god.
Basically, there was this, and that is a common thing with cricket commentators.
Oh yeah?
They'll say stuff like
They're
that.
cheeky.
No, that was an honest mistake.
Oh really? So they don't even think about
There
it.
was this basically there's a player, he's now the British captain, well at least he was last year, called Joe Root.
Yeah.
And I remember watching the Ashes once, and the commentator was like, because they call them by their last names on the. I only watch cricket and stuff. But he was like,
I love it.
Root's coming out to play. Will it be a soft root or a hard root? And the commentators were like, so he's saying like, you know, will it be a soft? You could be saying, will it be a soft?
Because they take it so
age
seriously.
or
Yeah,
a
they
hard
take it so-
age.
yeah,
You know,
yeah,
it's like
they
it's
take it so
saying, will you
seriously.
take
Yeah,
it? Will he
yeah,
take
yeah.
it? It's like,
Yeah.
is it a soft root
Yeah.
or a
I see.
hard root? And then
Yeah,
everyone was like,
yeah.
like apparently that happens a lot. I just found that fucking hilarious. It was a bit of a.
It's like if I was going out to bat and they'd be like, will they feel AIDS wrath? Will they feel the worst part of AIDS
AIDS?
rampage?
There you go. You're one of the unlucky victims.
Yeah, I am.
Man, that yellow is getting to you.
Yeah, give me some more yellow. I
That's
fucking,
it, I'm sorry.
I'm like a fucking
I'm
mum.
out,
I'm
I'm
like
out.
a mum at brunch. I'm like,
out.
give me some more.
Wow, I'm sorry.
Oh, fuck you. And I
not mine?
throw the... No, I'm joking.
Oh my god, cunt.
Oh, look at you.
He went all over me.
I am like a mum at fucking
Jeez,
brunch.
guys, it's in my hair.
Well, maybe you need it. I think I need it.
mine?
Look at me. No. You have
Your
yours.
birthday.
No. Well, let's talk. So what's next? Are we talking about St. Paddy's next or my birthday? Or TAFE?
Talk about your birthday, and then we'll talk about St. Patrick's Day, because the hangover leads into TAFE. I had a bit of a mental breakdown
Okay, I
at
see.
TAFE, and I'm sure you're ready to hear about that.
Oh, boy.
Fuck you. You're such a cunt.
I'm kidding. I love this guy. Look at him.
Man, that yellow dick hit you.
Look, I think this is best me ever. No, I'm joking.
yellow
No,
boy.
you yellow belly. Hey, nobody calls me yellow. So we're talking about my birthday. All right, let's talk about my
Fuck,
birthday.
cunt.
That's it. Back
Happy
to the
birthday,
picture.
Dan.
You hit me with the crickets. What are you? What is this hit me with the crickets?
Maybe I win. Maybe the yellow has a negative impact on me and a good impact on you.
Oh dear. So my birthday was last week. It was 6 days ago. Yes, I am so blessed. Sorry, my party was 6 days ago. My party was 6 days ago. Sorry, my birthday was on Monday, which was 4 days ago. And I was very, very blessed to have, well, because I wanted to start on the party. That's why I said 6 days ago. Because the party was 6 days ago. And listen, let me get real here. And I told you this already. I won't get that real. But the party was such a wonderful time. I had people there that I cared about. I had my friends, my family. And I don't know if you know this. I think I sort of told you this. I was quite worried about...
No, you were.
You know, because there was...
You told me this. You didn't bloody start talking about it.
There was going to... Conor, how dare you? There was going to be... There was going to... No, how dare you burp into the
belt.
mic?
It's like, you can diss me all you like.
Yeah, you can diss me.
Never burp
but
in the mic.
Don't you dare burp to our audience.
I'm sorry.
So basically,
I'm not like Stern.
I had friends, I had family, but it's just, I had friends that hadn't met other friends. I had friends who hadn't met family. I had family.
It was a crossover episode.
It was a whole... Yeah, it was a massive, you know, all these people that... And look, the reason that I honestly... And I think I said this to you. I genuinely think it was my best birthday I've ever had. I loved it so much. I had such an amazing time because they were all, you know, everyone that was there meant something to me personally. And I invited them whether or not they mattered to each other or whatever. I was just like, if they mean something to me, they're here tonight.
It's a good way to look at it. It is about you.
It was about me. And you know what? I was like, because... I was playing the playlist, my fucking party playlist.
It was all right, folks.
It was a good playlist. But what I'm saying, I was playing my party playlist to my dad that day before the party. And he was like, Dad, what is this shit? You know what I mean? He was like dissing my playlist hard.
IEM's It's the End of the World as we know it.
Yeah. Yeah, he hated that one.
Surely you added that because of me.
I did add it because I saw you played it. Yes.
Thank you.
All right, there you
Apparently
go.
it's gone up in the charts.
You get
since the
credit for
coronavirus,
one song.
No, I don't. You played heaps that I heard from me. Don't even...
No, of course I did. No, of course I did. No, but that's the thing. I played a lot of songs. That's the thing. All the songs I played...
to my camera.
All the songs I played...
You played heaps from my playlist.
All the songs I played meant a lot to me throughout the years. And so that's why I said on my 21st, those are the songs I want to play.
I didn't really notice the music, to be honest.
Unfortunately, I didn't get to notice the music that much because I had to make sure everyone was introduced. I had to make sure everyone was there. The first hour or two of the party was very stressful because my major concern was make sure everyone was there. Everyone got there, everyone felt settled in, and everyone felt that they were introduced to me and my family and everyone else. So that was kind of my concern at first. But once all that settled in, the music started playing. I started really enjoying myself. The music I really enjoyed. I honestly had a great time. It meant a lot to me. It was, you know, I'm not sure if I told you this, but my mum has told me previously that apparently growing up, I pretty much didn't have one birthday party without crying.
Wait, you cried at your 18th, did you?
Not on my 18th. No.
Good.
I'm saying growing up, like as a kid. As a kid, basically every birthday party that I had, I ended up crying because, you know, as a kid, and to be honest, even now a little bit, I used to get so overwhelmed with like, there's so many people here. Yeah, there's so many people here. I want to make sure everyone has a good time. I want to have a good time myself.
I literally have nightmares of me hosting a party and people not enjoying themselves.
Exactly. And I think that's exactly how growing up I felt. But this year, I don't know. Everything came together and it was such a wonderful night. It really, really was amazing. It was a great party. I really enjoyed myself. Conor got a little bit sauced, but I won't meme about that here. I won't give you any grief about it. I don't want to. No, I don't want to.
I spoke about it in therapy today because I was insecure about it.
No, no, listen. It didn't.
No, the thing is,
okay.
like,
all right, you talk about it.
I was, apparently. I don't.
Very sauced. No, actually, no. And listen, I mean, we won't show your speech. We can show your speech if you want to. Do you want to see your speech? Because I have it. If you want to see the speech.
Look, I don't want to see it, but for the show, I will.
Well, I'm gonna airdrop it to myself, so it might take a minute.
Do you want me to take a minute to take the mic?
No. It might take a minute to airdrop. So I'll.
Do you want me to take the mic or?
No, we'll talk. We'll talk
okay.
while I airdrop.
No, yeah. I had like a sandwich that day, and that was about it.
A sandwich, bro.
Yeah, so. No, I agree.
No, I'm just caring about you. I'm not just caring about you. I'm just caring about you.
I agree. And Mitch rocked up at my house, and I had about maybe 6 drinks there. And then, I think the speech was, from the speech onward, or maybe speech forward, was like when I started to just kind of like go, yeah, I'm zoinked. And then, yeah, Conor definitely made a name for himself that night.
Listen, no.
To put it
look,
lightly.
I only brought up that you were so drunk.
No, it's
because
alright.
it's a joke. Look, listen.
You don't hold back on it. Wait till I tell you my TAFE story.
Oh wow. Well, listen.
Then you'll know I don't hold back.
I had no personal negative effects from it. I thought it was great. I honestly loved having you there. I loved your speech. I loved receiving it. It was very, very sweet.
Said, to be fair, so hopefully it's good.
I'll see if I can get it up on the photos. I probably won't be able to, but maybe it'll be quicker. But yeah, either way, we're gonna have to wait for the speech. So we can't show that to you just yet, folks at home. However, the party itself, like I said, it was very fun. It was very good. Do you want me to keep going on about the party? Because I do also need to talk about what happened after the party. Kind of.
Yeah. Well,
do you understand what I'm talking about?
Well, yeah. So you can't get the.
No, I'm finding the speech now. Here, there's the speech. Here it is. Let's see if it plays. There you go. It's loading. So hopefully it'll play on my laptop.
Oh
Maybe
God, this
it
is
won't
embarrassing,
be.
folks.
It may not be the highest quality.
I doubt it'll play. We've never
video.
played before. So
Connor's just praying.
No, I for the show I'll do it. I don't have anything against showing it because we're doing it for the show.
Of course.
Normally would I watch this? No.
God no.
I can't even watch my own. Every single one of my birthday speeches has been recorded. My 18th birthday speech is on YouTube. But
Well, let us load. It's loading now. We'll let it load. We'll talk while it loads.
Will it ever load?
If it loads, we'll play it. If it doesn't load, oh God, what did I just open by mistake? If it plays, if it loads,
I'll be able to watch it on your phone. You edit into the podcast later. Is that an option?
Yeah, we can try to do that.
And what? Just don't pause it.
I will very, very much try to make that work.
Well, if we don't pause it,
yeah, no, you're right. It actually should, in theory, work. So basically,
or to be fair, will it not sync very well?
No, I can get it to sync. So let me.
Oh, I'm not ready for this.
So tell me, do you remember any of the speech? Give us an intro while I find your spot.
So I had a thing with my mate Mitchell. He was there that night. I did a speech at his 21st. I requested to make a speech at both my best mates' 21st. By the way, at my 21st, I didn't get a speech from either of them. So I'll just say that.
Well, but you didn't really have a section for speeches, though, did you?
No, I made a speech on the balcony on my 21st when we were smoking cigars.
There you go. Well, you wanted us to give you a speech while with us.
I said how much you guys meant to me.
I would have loved to give you a speech, bro.
But you didn't even mention me in your speech. You're just like, oh, my family's great. See you later, guys.
Okay.
And then you asked me afterwards and apologized. I'm like, bro, I don't care. It's cool. Because it was just a bit
apologized for it, but
no, it was only a bit embarrassing because you were like, people have been there for me so much, and my mum tapped me and she was like, "This is for you, Conor," and then you didn't say anything, so I was like, "Mum, you psyched me up, you gassed me up."
And then,
no, not that I need to be,
Look, I gotta say, for my birthday, I'm sure you would understand this. I definitely agonized over it quite a bit because obviously, as you know, when you give a speech at a birthday party, it's kind of there is a bit of pressure, and you're a bit like, "Ooh, fuck! I hope I do."
Have you heard my speeches at my parties?
Yes, I have. I've been there.
I mentioned you, Aiden.
Here's the problem,
Declan,
though. No, but here's the thing.
Here's the mum, dad, Alicia. I'm just saying. It was just a bit like, oh, okay. He's not going to say anything about.
What I'm saying is,
how many people go up and made a speech about you?
By the way, the only people I mentioned in my speech was my family.
Yeah,
my mum and my dad.
Else,
literally, my mum and my dad.
Apart from that, everyone else got up and was like, even
no, and
cousins came up and made a speech.
I appreciate that.
Even Declan abruptly smashed through the door and made a speech.
Oh my God, that was, I was not expecting that at all. We won't get into
I don't
that.
think anyone was expecting
that. No, I don't even think Deck was expecting it. Anyway, whatever. This is not working. Let's get into showing you. I'm going to make I'm not sure exactly how we're going to link this, but I will find a way to edit this in post, which I don't normally do. So you're lucky.
I'm not ready for this.
All right, so let's take a watch of this.
Oh no!
I'm gonna play it.
I'm not ready for this.
All right, I'm gonna try play it close enough to the mic so I can sync it, so I can have good luck.
I know I mentioned the podcast.
This is Conor, by the way.
I didn't know I stood that close to people.
So, Yeah, you were given the elbows because that's the coronavirus safe.
Yeah, of course. I like what I'm wearing, actually. I look like Chris D'Elia.
Yeah, you looked actually very cool.
Thank you. It worked.
Here's the moment of truth.
Alrighty. So, hello everybody. I'm Conor Hannon, and I'm Daniel's best mate. If you can believe it, I'm the guy who's always down the pub with Dan. Now look, I met Daniel many years ago when Aidan invited him over to my house. And I met Dan in year 7, and to be completely honest with you, I did not like him. I could not stand Dan. I just couldn't. There's something about him really rubbed me off. And then I thought, okay, I'm gonna put myself aside from him. It was that, and it was like, I'm like, yeah, just a bit out there. I'm like, look, there's gonna be 2 of us, we can go over it. So, go over it. And then it was in year 9. Lovely Aidan here, invited him around to my house to watch the 50th anniversary of Doctor Who. It's a special, which you'll watch together. And Aidan was like, can I invite Daniel? And I was like, look. Fine. I don't want him there, but fine. We'll do. He'll do. And he came over, and bless his heart, that was the day of the connection. And, from there onwards, we've gained a friendship, which, to this day, I will never forget. This man is... I can't express into words how much he means to me. He is honestly... I'm really crying.
I was like, calm down, man.
Without Dan, I wouldn't be the person I am today. I love
true.
him so much.
It's true.
He's inspiration to everybody. Not only that, to look into our future is hopefully a bright future for us all. But to go into the past, you want to look into what we're doing, if you want to see what we're doing. To look no further is our podcast. Talk about that. That is what we do together. And that for us, honestly, for me, is every week I get to go and do a podcast with Dan. And that to me is the most amazing thing. I get to go and see my best mate every week. We get to talk about stuff. And that to me is amazing. I get to see my best mate every week. And we're creating something that I'm really proud of. Not only that, he's very supportive. He makes that show what it is, and to do that with you every week with my best mate is amazing. And without you, man, I wouldn't be the person I am today.
Wow,
Honestly,
I'm repeating myself.
Apart from Mitchell, obviously my best mate over there. If I say I won't be here without you today, I can't forget Mitchell. Without you 2, I wouldn't be here today. And I love this man. Honestly, with all my heart, there's not an ounce of me that doesn't love him. And he's my brother, honestly. There's not an ounce of me that doesn't love you. And honestly, without you, I wouldn't be anything. I'd be nothing without you. I love you, man. Bring it in.
There you go. So sweet. I thought that was sweet. I thought that was legitimately sweet.
Showing in the morning, Mum was like, it was really good, Conor, but you did repeat yourself a bit. And I was like...
Hopefully, I can sync it up in post.
I got told I repeated myself a little bit. And I said to my mum, I was like, no, I didn't. And I did.
Don't worry, Deck repeated himself a lot as well. So don't worry. No, I thought it was a very legitimately sweet speech. I really appreciated it.
Yeah, I meant everything I said.
No, it was all from the heart. It was very sweet.
I did repeat myself a lot. I'm glad I got a few laughs at least.
You did. You got a couple of
I
laughs.
hope they weren't pity laughs. It's like this guy.
And listen, I will let you know, I did agonize over what I was gonna say for quite a few days. And it's one of those, look, I was so worried about everything. It was hard to get it right. And I really did want to bring you up. I wanted to bring everyone up. There were so many people I wanted to bring up and talk about. In the moment, it ended up me just saying thank you to my parents.
Weird though, because normally you fucking love the spotlight, but then when it comes to it, you're like...
Well, I rebelled in the spotlight a little bit. I did enjoy the spotlight, but it was just more that I didn't want to go on for too long. I really,
That's your time to talk your shit, man.
I know. Well, and by the way, I did. Well, not to get too much into my shit, but I'll show some of my speech if you don't mind.
Well, I don't remember that either. So, folks, this is
well.
New
There
to
you
me
go.
too.
So Conor gets to see my speech.
Just get ready for no one else to be mentioned.
Who's
Look, made him the person he is today.
Wow.
No one got mentioned apart from your parents. It's really
quite
peculiar.
Oh, come on. All right, come over here. Watch this.
I'll come over
Well,
here now.
I'll go into yours. I'll go into fucking yours, just like before. You're always making me.
I need a pee so bad.
So, Ian. So anyway, so this is
Is
me.
Dex up there from his speech?
Yes, the deck is walking away. Wow. This is going to be so hard to see.
Speech.
So thank you everybody for coming this evening. It's so wonderful to have you all here. As I've been saying earlier today, I was somewhat stressed about everyone coming, but I keep saying I'm blessed to be stressed. I really am blessed to have everyone here, and to even have the
You can hear Mum. Oh, bless her.
these wonderful people interacting together and being here to celebrate such a wonderful day in my life. It means a lot, and it really is a very special day for me, and this is a very special moment, and to have all you here, standing around, looking at me. Listening to me. Take it on board. It's all
Got that? Yes, isn't it?
very gratifying for my ego. But no, really, thank you for everyone for being here. I must say I appreciate every single one of you being here. It is wonderful to see all these wonderful faces, interacting with each other. And I must admit there was a worry that there would be some awkward, cousins. Who's this, off-color friend? But everything's turned out well, and it is lovely to see you all. And I've come this far with the help of these wonderful two here.
It's your only shout, folks. Remember that.
Yeah,
Karen got a good joke here with his dogs. I deserve more laughs.
no, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention,
Wanna hand him?
Mum and always turning a life upside down for me. That was a big thing, and I'm very privileged for that. And I must say I appreciate that. I think I wouldn't be the person I am today if I didn't have everything that you've done for me, and same goes for you, Dad. I really, all the things you guys have given to me, and the opportunities, and just the security, and I will say, Kath, she always attests.
And Kath got a shout. I did not, and then I done.
How dare you?
And yeah, bastard. Was it that hard to just say? And Conor. And Conor.
Wonderful country.
Look, he even looked at me and didn't even say it.
I'm talking about how lucky I am to be here. And by the way, part of that means that I'm lucky to have you as a
I didn't
friend.
understand why we came to Australia. I didn't get it. I didn't
That's none of my business.
like it at first. But as the years have gone on, I've really come to appreciate the fact that everything you've done for me has been for what's best for me, and you guys.
You're looking the wrong way. You should be looking at me. No, I meant me.
That's not the world, and I think I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be the same person. I wouldn't be enjoying myself.
Oh,
if I
fuck.
didn't actually work for the character of you two, so I must.
Well done.
There you go.
Honestly. Maybe if I was the cameraman, I would have gotten a shout out.
Such a twat.
No, it was a bit weird.
Oh,
No, what happened?
well, like I said, listen, I'm trying to explain myself. I
Go on,
had this
go on.
whole
No,
plan.
I love the show to be a bit of a
I wanted to
controversial
be.
subject.
I wanted to bring everyone up who meant to be
I
brought
don't know,
up.
it just,
It's in the moment. It's in the moment, and
yeah, I get it.
it's a bit. It was a bit like an Oscar speech. I was like, if I bring everyone up who means everything to me, I'm gonna be here all fucking night. And I just
one more person?
Well, look. I'm just saying it was a.
I'm just joshing you, lad.
Listen, and this is serious. Part of the reason I didn't bring you up was because I was like, well, look, I'm always going to keep fucking showing you how much you mean to me. I don't need to fucking say it in front of a bunch of big old crowds. You know what I mean? Like, and look, I'm not saying this is not a competition, obviously, but I see you more than I see my parents even. You know what I mean? So it's like, this podcast is basically a speech every week to you of saying, thank you for being my friend. So anyway, thank you very much.
Now I look bad.
Thanks for watching my speech, folks. That was a very personal moment.
No,
And thanks
I only say that. No, fuck you. I only say it
that came from the heart, and now you've ruined it.
The clip is going to be Dan doesn't shout out Conor in his 21st birthday speech.
Yeah, that's exactly.
No, only because
That's a perfect
a few people came up to me afterwards and were like, "Oh, Conor, I really thought you." And my parents came up to me and Mitchell did, and it was like, "No, that was it. I was just like, it's cool." I I have my 19th birthday speech on my phone.
Now my birthday is ruined.
Don't, lad. It's fine. I know how much you love me. And no, I don't need gratification. It's fine. Are you mad? You're gossiping right now. Ding 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 ding.
Anyway, so
Yeah, I need a pee so bad. So.
yeah, you go for a pee. I'll introduce the next topic because I think we've exhausted my birthday. Actually, no. While you go to pee, I'll tell the
What
audience,
is the next topic?
I'll tell the audience what exactly happened on my birthday because on my birthday I had such a wonderful day. See, my party was on the Saturday. I'm gonna talk straight to the audience. It's just you and me tonight, folks. Connor's peeing and it's just us. So I went to the Crown Casino with my girlfriend, which is the big casino in Perth. Basically, the Saturday was my birthday party. On the Sunday, we got taken to the casino as a treat. Her sisters were like, we're going to take you to the casino and you guys can have a drink and have fun. And I was like, oh, that's so lovely. So we went, and then when they got there, they were like, oh, well, we can't park here. And they turned out. And then they drove into the Crown Casino hotel, like the Crown Towers hotel. And I still was none the wiser. I was like, oh, well, why are we parking here? So we were kicked out of the car. Kath ran around to the back and got out suitcases from the car. And it turned out she had booked multiple nights accommodation at the Crown Towers Hotel. That is like the local Bellagio. You know what I'm saying? That's like the Ritz-Carlton of Perth. So I know they just built a Ritz-Carlton in Perth. But before that, that was the Ritz-Carlton of Perth. And that was very impressive. I was like, wow, thank you for booking this holiday for me, this little staycation. And what was amazing is that she actually said to me, she was like, she thought about taking me to Vegas because I always said I wanted to go to Vegas for my 21st, but that was too expensive. But it turns out it was probably better we didn't go to Vegas because of this whole virus situation. No one can leave the country. So having a staycation at a hotel, shut up. Turned out to be the best thing we could do. We went there. We were there for 2 days. It was a beautiful time. My entire birthday I spent in a hotel room. It was wonderful. I got to have like drinks. She bought drinks for us. We had snacks. We had room service. It was it was a beautiful birthday. It was a wonderful day. But once my birthday finished,
do you guys smoke?
It was the Tuesday.
Yeah, sure. Come in.
And
do you want a cameo quickly?
Oh, what has Kath done?
That's
oh
right.
my gosh, Kath is coming through. Oh, wait. We'll change the camera.
Used to talk in this camera.
Kath, do you want me to go the wide? There you go. Kath's here. Oh! I've turned it off for you. I'm going to turn it back to you. Kath, you're on as the guest.
Congrats, you made it.
I was Kath,
you're one before Aiden, so you could have been number one.
Kath, I was just telling.
I've been their biggest fan.
I was first guest, to be fair, because you've in the background.
I think I'm Tammy.
So you're the first guest, technically.
Yeah. Actually, no, you did cameo before Aiden, technically. So I was actually just telling the audience about how you booked such a wonderful getaway.
Yeah, I was in the.
I love it. She doesn't even want to jump in.
Elaborate on
Bye,
that.
babe.
It's like, so do you want to elaborate on that? No.
So anyway, yeah, obviously there's no elaboration to be made. We had a wonderful day away. But what I was trying to transition into was that I had a wonderful birthday. I went away to this Crown Casino for 2 days, but we ended on the Tuesday morning, which happened to be St. Patrick's Day.
Tuesday morning, rain is
That's right.
falling.
Now, you might have to make space because I need to go to the toilet, and you're going to have to take away the St. Patrick's Day intro. Because I just took the show for like 2 minutes, so you're going to have to take the show.
5 minutes, Conor. We went from...
Oh my God, look at us.
We went from our second guest to me going to the toilet to us debating.
We're breaking records every minute on this show.
Folks.
Okay, so by the way, I woke up on Tuesday, St. Patrick's Day. I was at a hotel, but it was St. Patrick's Day, and I knew I was going to be drinking with the boys. So it was going to be a hectic day. Now, Conor, you get into the day. Tell us about what was happening, and I'm going to go pee because...
All right, we're live right now, by the way, and I'm just going to take a quick Snapchat. You all right?
Just make sure you don't stop talking because we can't have dead air.
We're not having dead air. We're talking live on air, and this is going to be in the show.
Hello, Snapchat.
Hello, Snapchat. Yes, we went out on Tuesday. No, Wednesday? No, Tuesday.
That was St. Patrick's Day.
Yes, we went on Tuesday. And sorry, folks, although I'm recording a podcast right now whilst recording the Snapchat. Yeah, we went out on Tuesday for Dan's birthday, and it was St. Patrick's Day, coincidentally. Yeah, no. It was Dan's birthday. He from his rule. I said this today. I'm like, his rule's not mine. I couldn't see him on Monday, so I had to give him his present and stuff on the Tuesday. Me, Mitchell, and Dan all met up in my house at 4 p.m. Dan was late as per usual, and we had our pre-drinks for St. Patrick's Day, which was a wild night. I've never had a worse hangover in my life. Can I just say, I'm gonna stop Snapchat right now because I'm gonna get in fucking trouble if I fuck up this actual show, which I am recording. I do apologize. Anyway. Sorry. So yeah, no, I had the most atrocious hangover, but I won't get into that at the minute.
Talking about St. Patrick's Day first?
Yeah, no, that's what I said. I won't get into it. Okay. That's a long piss. Yeah. So I don't know if I should get too much into it, but we.
Did you say that's a long dick?
Bruh.
Oh, dead air.
Sorry, I did the. You're so bad. Anyway, so yeah, we went out. We got the train, went to the city, Perth City, went to a little place called Northbridge, and went to a pub, which is an Irish pub. And we got there, and very packed, which is really good to see. My mum was nattering away like, Conor, there's going to be no people there. You're going to be the only people there. And I was like, Mum, maybe at the local, not in Perth City. And I was right. So we got there, and it was actually pretty packed. We went to this table, and there was 2 girls there, and Mitch had a fat hard on for one of them, and
only 2 girls in the whole club.
I guess it kind of. She hated me, by the way.
Who?
The girl that Mitch was talking to.
Nikea or whatever the fuck her name
was. That her name?
No, I don't think so. That's what I thought her name was.
No, she hated me.
The girl's name was Danielle because it was easy to remember because it was like my name but a girl's name.
So I said to Mitchell, this is definitely a stolen joke, by the way. I said to Mitch, if she fucks like she complains, you're in for a treat.
Good lord.
Don't be saying that to you, and you're like, oh, ha ha. It was a huge night, by the way.
This was, by the way, a Tuesday night in which we all had work on Wednesday. So
my parents were very against me going out. Well, just due to the coronavirus and due to like it being technically it's a TAFE night, but
look, by the way, the whole virus situation, maybe it wasn't the most appropriate thing for us to go out.
Oh, I agree.
But Australia, by the way, Australia was not necessarily on lockdown in that.
No, shall we say that?
We were following guidelines. Let's just say we were following guidelines.
What, by dancing with a bunch of people in the club?
Yes, but there was no restrictions on that per se.
It would have been cancelled otherwise.
Exactly.
No, like it was like I posted a lot to Instagram, like stories and videos, which I haven't actually watched since I posted them, which I don't.
Dear.
You know, when you post them at the night, you're like, this is hilarious, I was gonna love it, and you're singing, West Virginia, and then in the morning you're like, I know I sung it and I know I posted it, but I'm not gonna check it because it's gonna sound terrible. But
it's gonna be cringe.
There was this girl who lives in Germany who I met in Kuala Lumpur, who
Oh my God, Conor, what rabbit hole are you getting down now?
She messaged me and said,
what she did she replied to your story.
I'll tell you what she said.
Are you saying she replied to your story?
She did, and this is the girl who I met in Kuala Lumpur. And
I see.
She's a nice girl, but she was like, stay the fuck at home, not cool. I put, nah.
Wow.
She put, very ignorant and irresponsible. Do you have grandparents? I will keep them in my prayers. By the way, I didn't know she said this. Sorry.
That's tough.
Sorry, actually, now that I'm reading it, it's actually really deep. I didn't know. I don't remember what she said because I replied drunk. I put, no, we're not shut down in Perth. Not yet. It's all good. People think it's all good until people think it's all good until a city gets shut down. Our city isn't shut down. Most people here are working from home and staying in, so you shouldn't spread more. I work for the biologists in Germany. It's not a joke. And I put, it's okay, I'm sorry, and I put X, and she left me on the thing. So.
Wow, that's tough. And look, to be fair, maybe we were not necessarily doing the most responsible thing by going out to the St. Patrick's Day thing. That's not necessarily wrong. You know what I mean? I'm sure we could have been more responsible. I
don't believe it. Macklemore's growing his hair out again. Sorry, I just saw on Instagram. I'm so gassed. He's growing it out again.
When Conor is able to successfully stay on topic,
he should grow out again.
I might eat my hat.
Yeah. Anyway, we're out at St. Patrick's Day and we got sourced. I checked my bank account the next day, and I did the file.
Yeah, that's the thing.
And I was like, I'm like, nah, show me the real statement. And it was like, nah, Conor, that's it.
That's it. No, I did the same. Yeah, I did the same.
I did the crowds. I was like,
Yeah. It was somewhere, I can't remember exactly what it was. It was somewhere over 100, less than 150. It was fucking a lot of money.
I spent $200.
Really?
Yep.
Oh, good. Well, because I'm pretty sure I spent over 150 bucks. I was downplaying it because I didn't want to make you feel bad. But I
don't know how many rounds you bought, but I bought 4 rounds, which came to I think $120 to $130, and that's not including getting there, food twice. By the way, we bought 2. I bought a meat box and I bought a whole McDonald's.
Oh my god!
I had an
look at
argument
us.
with Mitchell. It all went off. Like I had an argument with Mitchell.
It went wild. It was honestly, it was a great night out.
Which, by the way, I'll get into later.
But I got to be honest. I did think to myself after the day after, I was like, in light of this whole coronavirus situation, that's probably the last big social thing I'll do,
unfortunately,
until this whole thing blows over. Because I personally think, look, mate, you can call it irresponsible to do the St. Patrick's Day thing, and we can get into an argument about that. But
it's fine.
No, whatever. No, I'm not saying you. I'm saying people at home could hear that we went and they could say whatever. And look, maybe it was irresponsible, but what I'm saying is certainly in light of everything that's happened, I wouldn't be doing anything like that again.
To be fair, I don't know if you felt this, but like when I was on that floor and we were listening to that music, like it's those rare moments where I'm like, this is what life's about. We're all together. We're all humans. We weren't even Irish, and we were there with people, and they all large and respected, apart from the girl that Mitchell got off with. She fucking didn't like me. She had an attitude. I looked at you, and then I looked at her, and I didn't even do anything. I just went like that, and she was like, "Why are you staring at me?" And I was like, "I'm not. I literally just changed my." And she had a hard on for Mitchell. I'm not saying she had a dick.
Oh God, Connor.
What? What?
I will say in regards to no. Here's what I'll say about the.
I apologize.
Virus. No. A lot of people. I've seen a lot of people like shaming people for going out and doing social things.
That's true.
And listen, look. I obviously don't think it's great to do all this social stuff. Like I said, I don't know necessarily how I feel about even what I did on St. Patrick's Day, but I know that for a lot of people, and myself included, and just the way you described it, a lot of people, when they have moments like that in public and in social situations, that is what, especially people who work hard to make an honest living, that is what their entire week revolves around, is getting to, at the end of the week, go and be somewhere and just let go and just let loose. And, I think obviously if they're doing that in the face of a public health crisis, and they shouldn't be doing that, of course, you should encourage those people to stay home. But I just don't think the answer is to shame people in the way that I've been seeing people saying, like, you're an asshole for going out and you blah, blah, blah. Look, you should tell people to stay home, obviously, but I don't think calling people assholes, calling people dicks is a good way to convince them, especially if for some people...
haven't got any... I mean, I'm surprised I didn't get anything more than I did with the whole Instagram thing. Well, I got with my parents a lot. I got a lot. And I went to... I can't... But this relates so much to TAFE, but I won't bring it up yet. But I did get a bit of a thing at TAFE. I did get quite scrutinised.
Well, we can can move on to that topic if you want now.
This is quite dark, actually.
I know. Well, we've exhausted this St. Paddy's Day thing.
It was very. Let me grab another beer for this.
Oh, I see. This is another. Well, get me another beer. Get 2 because we're gonna need a. This is a 2 beer story. Right
2
now.
tongs.
Hammer, and tongs.
One time I'm gonna go the hammer and tongs with a hammer and a tong in my hand.
I love how I've actually brought Connor over to the dark side of hammer and tongs.
The reason I bought it was because I know Dan. It was a fat meme back in the day. Now
it's a joke. No, it's a good joke. It was a great joke, actually.
Does this mean I'm the meme?
Connor,
because I'm now drinking it.
Connor got me hammer and tongs for my birthday because years ago I used to drink hammer and tongs like almost every weekend because it was fucking $30 for 30 cans.
Well, $45 for 45, 43 for a case of
Corona or Carlton Dry. Yeah.
And you get 24 sand drinks, and sure, there's more alcohol percentage in it. 30 cans of 33. I know it's only 1%. Sorry, alcohol. One standard drink. Sorry. Anyway, so I spoke about this in therapy today because I was, oh my god, all over the buns.
No, buns are fine. Don't worry.
Okay?
Yeah.
Doesn't work anymore. Is that me or no?
Nah,
I
that's
spoke
just-
about it in therapy today because I was very insecure about it. But isn't that just me? To be fair, I spoke about your birthday. I spoke about which I was very insecure about.
We don't
by
need
the
to
way.
get too dark on this episode. If you don't want to, I mean, we can.
No,
We were going to get into mental health, but we
No,
don't have to.
I need to because I got called out, Dan,
By your therapist.
by someone at TAFE.
Ah.
And I needed to hear it, and I agree with them, to be honest. And
well, tell me about it.
no, so I was
Talk to me. I'm your therapist
I woke
now.
up on Wednesday, and
I am the therapist now.
I was horrendously hungover, like horrendously. I think the only hangover I had that was worse was when we were in camping with Chris and Declan.
Oh God,
I don't know why, but you had a different hangover to me.
I was
ferocious on Wednesday. Makes me have to wake up so early. Well, not even so early. TAFE is later than my work. My work.
You mean
starts
this week? You mean this week after St. Patty's
Yeah,
Day?
this is my story with TAFE.
yeah.
This was literally not yesterday, but the day before.
Listen,
Wednesday.
I think if I had to wake up as early as you did, I would have also been fucked. I was lucky enough that I
think
got to sleep in.
I think that was part of the problem.
Yeah, I got to sleep in, so I was very, very lucky.
I think that was part of the problem because I woke up at like 7:30 to get to the TAFE by 8, and I woke up. I'm like, I'm not ready to go in. So I didn't go in till about 9ish, and I walked in, and my lecturers are very sweet people. They're very nice. I particularly one of them I've told you previously I have a really good connection with.
Of course,
I've previously spoken to him about mental health when I broke up with my girl last year. I went and spoke to him about my mental health and how I'm struggling and stuff, and he couldn't have handled it better. And you know what I love about him? Every single time I go into TAFE, he never forgets to check up on me. He did it this year with literally on Monday. He was like, "How you been coping, Conor?" And but yeah, on Wednesday I rocked up really hungover, and I honestly I felt like I was letting him down so much. I felt like it was so obvious that I was like completely zoinked, like just out of it. Well, look, man, I really felt like shit. I really felt like I was letting him down. This is someone I really respect, and look, I don't want to be a carpenter. I'm doing it because I'm getting that qualification just for the future. I don't want to be a carpenter, but I felt really shit going in, and I felt awful, in like mentally, physically. Like I felt hungover, and I walked in, and at first I thought he must think either I'm hungover or high, because I look my eyes like this, and I'm like, I'm dozy. He said to me, "Go grab a square for me, Conor." And I opened up the thing, and I'm like, "Oh, sir, there's no squares here." And he's like, "Conor, it's right in front of you." And I was like, "Shit!" And I grabbed it, and I was like, "Okay."
That is always
He's the sweetest guy on earth, but I went through the whole day, and then I did mention near the end of the day to my other lecturer. I got two lecturers. I mentioned to my other lecturer, I was like, I was in the computer room all day doing maths questions, just procrastinating, just so hungover. I've never been more hungover in my life. Probably the second worst hangover I've ever had. And I'm leaving the room, and he's like, "Conor, where'd you go for like an hour?" And I was like, "Look, man, I'm gonna be honest with you. I thought I was gonna be sick because like I went out last night. It was for the 21st. It was St. Patrick's Day." And he was sort of okay with it, but he was a bit like, all right. And then the next day, I was in like a really bad headspace. I just wasn't thinking straight, and I was continuing to go out and not do a lot of work. I'm making a mini roof at the moment. I don't know if I've sent you it, but I'm making a mini roof.
You did, yeah. You sent me a photo.
I did.
Of that. It was very sweet, actually.
Mini roof. And this is the problem with what I'm doing at the moment, because I'm very good at being an entertainer. I'm not trying to say gas myself. I'm good at being an entertainer. I'm good at being with like filmmaking and stuff at TAFE. Like everyone's very a lot better than me, and they can make their. There's literally one guy who's literally at the same pace as me, and there's like 5 other guys who are doing better than me, and they finished their whole things, and I'm like still halfway through.
Yeah, and
it can really get to me. And I was just starting to get so fucking flustered and frustrated. I had to take, a lot of the guys there smoke, so they'll go out for a smoke. I go out for a Red Bull, and I came back in, and it was like half an hour till we finished. And then my second lecturer, I don't mean my main lecturer, who I talk a lot about my mental health with. But I'm my second lecturer, just to keep you guys on track here I'm talking about. My second one,
Keep
I
the story
don't talk
straight.
a lot about. Yep. I've clashed with him in the past a little bit. Last time I was there, I was doing a lot of maths questions, and we had a bit of an argument because I was like, I can't be doing this. Had a bit of a breakdown, and he's aware of my mental past. But then he came out to me, and I was in the little storeroom, and it was just me, him, and the other lecturer who I talk a lot about mental health with, and he was like, you know, Conor, what have you done in the last hour? And what I hate about myself is that I lied. I was like, oh, well, I've been doing this. And he's like, well, I've gone over and I haven't seen you do anything. And man, that was it. I just bawled. Bawled my eyes out. I cried my fucking eyes out. And
wow,
they shut the door so none of the other lads could see. I sat down and I was like, guys, I'm just not fucking feeling great. You know, I'm not feeling good, man. I'm not feeling good. We had a good chat about therapy. It was like, are you seeing someone? I'm like, well, coincidentally enough, I am seeing someone tomorrow who I've been seeing for like the last year and a bit. He wants like medication. And this is a big thing I'm going to tell you. Starting Monday, I'm going to start taking antidepressants. And I'm going to do that because I feel like, you know, my lecturer made a very good point. He's like, you know, my daughter is ADHD. He's like, I know it's a very different thing than what you're going through. But he's like, you know, we didn't put her on meds for a long time.
Yeah.
And it was like, you know, we gave her them in January and it really helps up. He's like, you know, he made such a good point to me. He's like, you know, Conor, it's stopping you from functioning normally at the moment. It's like, it's not even letting you function.
Your depression, you mean?
Yeah, it's like even your anxiety, your depression, it's like it's not even letting you function normally. Yeah. And he's like, and that's when it's becoming an issue. Yeah. And he's like, you know, if you start maybe going to medication, it's a chemical balance.
That's right.
It's like, you know,
exactly.
And what really made my heart warm was like, you know, they're like, you know, we only said that shit to you because we care about you. And I was like, guys, not like
you guys.
Know. But you know, I saw a different side to those guys. You know, I won't blame. You know how I'm talking about. But the other night when we spoke about me talking to my lecturer, someone was very vocal about me not doing it. And I really wanted to talk to him about it. I even said to him, the main lecturer I talked about my mental health to a lot. I even said to him, like, I wanted to come up to you. I wanted to talk to you about stuff.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
But I felt like it wasn't your duty. And again, that wasn't me talking. That was other people in my ear talking. And he was like, Conor, you know, my job isn't just to be a TAFE lecturer. It's also, it's duty of care.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
And he's like, you are one of many people who have come up to us and been like, I'm struggling with mental health. And the people in that industry who are part of my pun are hard as nails. It's so not true. Do you know 3 people in my industry kill themselves a day in the building industry? 3 people a day kill themselves because it's the stigma of mental health and like, oh, you know, you can't talk about your feelings and stuff.
Well, it's just like soldiers, man. You know, I'm not saying you have
there you
PTSD necessarily, but you know, same with soldiers. Like it's
It was a. I don't mind crime. I'm even close to like even getting emotional now. First time ever. It's probably the beer on the show, but you know, I'm not scared about crime at all. But what really hurt me was what really fucking hurt me was like what he said. My lecturer came up to me and he was like, you know, he said to me, well, that shit he said to me was like, you know, man, you're so fucking right, and that really fucking hurt me because I was like, you know, man, I need to hear that. I need to hear that. And I said to him today, you know, because I knew I went to therapy, and I was like, you know, man, I'm not angry at you for getting angry at me. I'm angry at myself because I know you were right. You know, before I've been like, you know, fuck this guy for coming at me and being like, you're not doing this, you're not doing that, and just being like, you know, fuck this guy. I'm like, no, you're just angry because you know it's true. You know, And yeah, you know, it's like it just it if anything, it was a wake up call. And I think to help myself, I've been like, you know, you gotta take care of yourself a bit more, and you gotta maybe take some medication, which is the thing I've been very against. I'm like, well,
Look,
big deal, you know.
You know, not that it's entirely related exactly, but my mum just had a knee operation. She had a knee replacement, and
Yes, on the other day when we were at St.
she had it on.
Yeah.
I think she had it on Tuesday, and then Wednesday I went to see her, and then yesterday was Thursday, and I went to pick her up from the hospital. I brought her home, and on the way home we went to the pharmacy and we picked up all these medications, these pain medications, pain pills, pills that made her drowsy so she could sleep because of the pain, and just all these different kinds of pills. And obviously any sort of normally functioning person wouldn't need anywhere near those kinds of pills. But, you know, the thing is, people don't regularly have an entire fucking bone of their body ripped out of them and replaced with metal. So when that happens, they need medication to be, like you said, balanced out. And it's a chemical balance. And it's the same with depression. You know, obviously, look, it happens to so many people. It should be normalized because it happens to a lot of people. But what I'm saying is, what society expects people to be does not often account for the effects that depression has on people.
That's a really good way to put it, man.
Absolutely. And if any kind of drugs or if any kind of medication can bridge that gap of what society expects you to be like and how you are being compelled to feel because of your depression, then I am all for medication and drugs, you know, in the context of if it makes you feel better and whatever. So I think it's always worth a try. It doesn't work for everyone. Obviously, some people have said it doesn't work for them. That's fine. Some people have said, some people are advocates. Some people say it's worked for me. It's changed my life. So I'm not one to say. I don't really know. I just know that.
I just think, like, you know, especially with TAFE, and TAFE is in like huge sections of my life. There's very big gaps between when I go to TAFE. And last time I went to TAFE, I got very ill, which isn't my fault. But, you know, I got very ill. And time before that, I just split up with my ex. And it was a very, every time I go to TAFE, it's a very traumatic time. And I've noticed with myself recently, I've started to give less of a fuck about what people think about me. But I'm also insanely insecure about a lot of things at the same time, you know. And I didn't get to talk to my main lecturer today, but I did get to talk to, like I said, my second lecturer about everything. And what really resonated with me yesterday, and the reason why I cried, and believe me when I say I cried, I cried, man. I literally left.
I've had moments exactly like that. What you describe,
they were so great about it. They were like, you know, Conor, like, I was like, fuck, I had to go out now, and those guys, they know I've cried.
I remember one time, obviously it was a more closer situation, but one time with Kath, I had a very similar situation. We got into a fight. This was a year ago, maybe over a year ago. We got into a fight. It wasn't a bad fight, but we started talking. We were getting heated. We were talking at, you know, raised voices and everything. And I don't know what it was that set me. I don't know what it was that broke me, but at one point I just started bawling. I just
I mean, it's the truth.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's what it was for me as well. I think it just,
the truth.
Either me or her, someone said something that just resonated with me that was so true that it just broke me down.
It's so
and
easy.
sometimes you need to get it out. You need to.
You know, I remember him saying it. The problem is, like, he was talking to me. I don't know how I can explain it. The storeroom's here, all the tools. There's a doorway.
Yeah.
And then throughout here is the rest of the lads doing all their work.
No, of course.
And I'm in the doorway.
Obvious. Yeah, it's obvious.
And he's telling me this to my face, and he's like, you know, you're not doing this, you're not doing that. He's like, Conor, you disappear, and I don't know where you go. And I'm like, I'm not fucked off because you're wrong. I'm fucked off because you're right. You know, I'm like, bro, you're hitting the nail on the head.
Yeah.
And I was like, and I went to therapy. Coincidentally, I had therapy booked the next day, and I went there, and I was like, you know, I've previously been upset by some of the stuff he said to me. I'm like, you know what, Conor, maybe you need to fucking hear it. You know, you did. Today, though, can I just say, today I went in.
That's right.
I missed out on 2 hours because I was at therapy. I went today, fucking worked my ass off all day.
Good.
And
Listen. I'm only saying this because I think we should probably start wrapping the show up now. But
yeah, sorry,
if we
fuck
can,
me.
No. I love that.
Like
I love that. If we can, and I don't want to get into too deep of a thing for me. But if I can jump in a little bit, I've had a very similar experience recently and for me, there's not really been a catalyst or a reason or anything. I've just felt so demotivated and fuck me, I can't even speak. No, just demotivated and less passionate because, similar to you, I don't have a passion for my job. I don't have an inherent want to do what I do for money. And that's a really tough thing, especially when you have to do what you do for money. You know what I mean? It's like, exactly. It's like you have to do this thing that you don't like, and that sucks. And that can really demoralize you. And I've made such an effort this year to be running and to be listening to music and be playing piano and all that stuff. And this happened last year. And this is how I stopped doing my productive things like running last year, was that I got depressed and I stopped. And this year I got depressed and it slowed down and I did it less. But if there can be some kind of silver lining or some kind of positive, sorry. This morning I went for a run and, I was disciplined and I made simple stuff. I made my bed. I did the dishwasher. I did shit that's productive, that's constructive to having a fucking healthy life. And you know what the reason is because, and I think you can attest to this, I've been down this fucking road before. I've been depressed. I've been lazy. I've been fucked off, and nothing is good about that. It sucks. That sucks, and I don't want it. And my hope is that my hatred for that and me not wanting that to happen as an outcome of just of what I do has inspired me enough to make sure that I don't fall into the trap of not running anymore, or not listening to music, or not playing piano, or not doing the things that make me feel fulfilled. Because work is always going to be there. Work is always going to be work. But if you let your life lose all the things that you enjoy, watching movies, going to the cinema, doing things that you actually want to do.
Such a good point.
That's right.
Literally, it's like, for maybe the first time in forever, I've been like, Conor, maybe you, but problem is when your mental health is so bad, it's like, it's telling you you're selfish, you're like this, but maybe you're not selfish enough. You need to be looking after yourself more. You need to be, you need to be doing that kind of thing. I sent those books. I need to get, I need to be taking medication. I got to be doing this kind of thing. And medication for me. By the way, I don't want to act like I've just resorted to this. I've been putting off taking my therapist. No,
you've been in
GP,
turmoil with this for a long time.
My GP and therapist has been telling me to take medication for at least a year and a half. Yeah. And
I know you've been skeptical.
Yeah, I've been skeptical, but I think no one, because I work with my dad, and obviously my dad can be such a fucking hard ass. He can, trust me, more than probably any boss ever could.
Yeah.
And I've got you guys, but no one. I've never gone like TAFE is the only thing I go to. I'm like, this is not dad. This isn't my friends. This is other people, which is why I struggle so much with it. And when someone else who I respect tells me, I'm fucking up.
That's what you need to hear sometimes,
Dude, that broke my heart. It fucking ripped it in half. And you know what? I need, again, like, I think I've been very skeptical in the past about their criticism to being like, they're just being, they're out of touch. You understand how I'm feeling.
Being dicks, yeah.
Now look at it. I'm like, they hit the nail on the head. I think intended.
It always means more when people have said something because they care about you.
That really, I didn't expect that. I know. From my first lecture, I expected it. My second lecture was like, Conor, we only say this because we really care about you. And I was like, looking back, it's my 6th time there, which is a lot. That's what 2, 6, 3, 4. It's like I've been there a long time.
Yeah.
I've been there. It's 2 weeks each unit. They know me. He's especially my first lecturer. He's known me since I was you know, pre-beard. He's known me a long time. That stool, you know, that stool in my room, the wood stool. I made that in my first class.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I know. It's been there ages. Yeah.
And he was a hard ass then. He'll be a hard ass. Do you know what makes me laugh? I left today. I was the last to sign out, and I said to him, you know, I don't go for this whole thing. I'm not thankful. I said to him, like, you know, man, I really am thankful for all the help you gave me today.
Yeah.
It's like, it's all right, Conor, and just remember, just to let you know, it's pretty hard from here on out with the units. And I'm like, I got 5 more to go. And I was like, just what you want to hear, isn't it? It's just what you want to hear. That's it.
And listen, folks, if there's any way we can end this on a,
what a long
bright
episode.
note.
Sorry, Dan.
No, really. If we can end this on a bright note, I think we should.
So bad.
I think the point that I think both of us are trying to make, and I hope you'll co-sign on this, is that, you know, we have been, and we both are people who are very prone to being in a bad place, in a tough place, and especially now with this whole virus situation, it's easy to fall into such a mindset that is
100%
defeatist and says that things are just going to be terrible and it sucks. But I just hope that we can be...
That camera died.
There we go. I'm back. Sorry. We're here. I just hope that we can be examples of...
The GoPro's never died before.
I just hope that we can be examples of, you know, it is possible to persevere through. If you want something better, keep going for it, keep fighting for it. And, you know, it's an ongoing journey. It really is. It's never going to be easy. It's never going to come, you know, just as you want it to, as everyone fucking wants it to. You just have to keep fighting for it. And I think that's exactly what we do. Give us the cheers. Look at us. Look at us. Absolutely.
Man, what a
I'm closer, so I
that
hope you
was
don't
very topical and very
that was
sweet.
beautiful. Look at us.
Thanks, mate. You know I love you. I'm very glad we got this. We might not be able to do this in a few weeks.
We break boundaries with fucking toxic masculinity. Look at us. We're fucking killing it. Yeah, stop. No, don't. Oh, that's just... I hate that noise. That's terrible. But no, thank you very much. I really hope you can appreciate... Fuck you. I hope we can appreciate this this moment.
It's a very emotional episode of the For All Life podcast.
Listen, folks, whatever you might be going through, it's always important.
Stay strong.
Yeah, it's always important to stay strong. It's always important to want something more, and not just want it, but achieve it. I think that's the thing. We've always wanted stuff. One thing I think I'm so proud of us. We're finally starting to achieve what we want to achieve and chase it. So thank you very much for watching. We really, really, really appreciate all the audience members who come and watch every week. Not that many do, but one day we're going to have a massive audience.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much.
Hang on.
You're such wonderful...
Hang on.
What are you even doing?
No,
that was your camera.
Holy shit, I'm gonna come.
That's what our audience says when we get deep. They say, holy shit, I'm
Goodbye, everyone.
Thank you guys so much. We really, we love it. No, that's the only camera left. Thank you so much. We love you so much. Thank you very much. We'll see. Stop it.
Holy shit, I'm
What?
gonna come.
We'll see you next week, guys.
Bye, Lon.
Thanks.
Holy shit, I'm gonna come.
Cheers.
Goodbye.
Go on,
Cheers.
on that. Cut on the...
Oh, we'll do a loud cheers. Hold on with the mics.
All right, ready?
And cheers. Goodbye.
Holy shit, I'm gonna come.
You dickhead. So bad. Fuck you. Thanks, guys.